Hello everyone, I'm Lufia back again with another Eternal Evolution guide. So in today's video, I'll be showcasing my team on how to clear the Ancient Altar. So let's head over there. So Ancient Altar is basically something similar to a guild boss where you need to defeat 3 different bosses in one particular difficulty. So as you can see here, right, there are like Novice, Easy, Normal, Hard, and Hell. So I'm currently stuck at Hard. So let me show you how I clear the normal. So the Eternal Evolution developers also provided some strategy on how to defeat these bosses. So the first boss is that you encounter would be Demon Vanguard. So what he does is basically he summons Hellhounds and also rain down some fireballs to your enemies, which is the Soul Shock. And all bosses will have this passive skill, which is to immune to all crowd control effects. The developers would recommend to handle this boss would be to have heroes who can perform AoE attacks so that you'll be able to clear those hellhounds quickly, so that they will not be able to deal a lot of damage because he can summon unlimited hellhounds. So you need to clear them as fast as possible before they deal massive damage to your heroes. But the most difficult part would be his Soul Shock attacks, because his fireball attacks, right, will deal massive amount of damage. So for this particular team strategy, I highly recommend you to have AoE attackers as well as a strong healer for this particular boss, because he deals the most damage out of these 2 bosses. And the next boss that you encounter on the second stage would be the Demon Supplicant. So basically this boss is renowned for her shield, because she gains a shield that can absorb damage equal to 5% of her max health. And then she'll be able to also deal some damage, Incinerate. This one is not a AoE attack, but it deals targeted damage. So for this strategy, I would recommend you to get heroes who can deal massive amount of damage quickly to break out her shield, and then able to deal damage to her health. And she has some kind of target priority where she targets your summoned heroes first before targeting your frontliners and then your backliners. Alright, so for the final boss, right, it's known as the Destroy Quinta. So after you completed the first and second boss, then you head over to the Destroy Quinta. Even though if you are not able to defeat them completely, you just move on once the time is up. So what makes this Destroy Quinta different, unique compared to these 2 is he's able to copy their skills. Copy the skills of Demon Vanguard Soul Shock as well as Demon Supplicant Shield. So if you're not able to completely defeat these two bosses, then Destroy Quinta will get those 2 effects. As you can see here, this shield and also this Infernal Blast. This Infernal Blast refers to this Destroy Vanguard Soul Shock. Alright. And what makes this Quinta different is he's able to summon a beetle that periodically deals 30% damage to all of your enemies. If you're able to kill the beetle, then it will restore all energy to your heroes. And apart from that, he's able to inflict a debuff known as attack drop. In other games, it's also known as decreased attack or attack down. Let me show you for normal difficulty. I'll use 1 ticket here. So you show some boss animation where he summons these 2 bosses. The boss is the shield boss and this one is a summon boss. So they recommend multi-target damage hero. For this team, I have a strong tanker, which is this elephant, and supported by a strong healer known as Serena. And then I have Soreta, the white dragon here, because he's able to use his purple spheres to stun the summons as well as able to deal some AoE damage to them. And Carmo is also here to deal damage to those summons as well. And for Rakana, the red dragon here, he's here to deal extra damage to the boss here. You can replace him with an AoE attacker if you have them. So this is the first team. So the second team here is the shield boss. So basically I have Oak here as my defense hero, so that he will receive those damage and he can tank those damage from this shield boss. And for this team, I have a healer known as Masrani. So he's able to heal all these heroes here. It's good to have at least one healer in each of this team so that they can last longer in the battle. And then I paired these two heroes with damage dealers such as Bailey Hudson at the back with his light red saber here. He can deal massive amount of damage. And also I paired with this red tiger or orange tiger to deal extra damage because he's a great hunter there. And last but not least, I have this silver wolf who is able to summon those minions to help reduce the damage intake taken by this tanker here, because the boss here will prioritize to attack the summons first. And finally, for the last team here, team 3, I have the tanker Hercules, as he's able to produce a shield to protect himself as well as one targeted ally. And this panda hero, who's known as Liran, he's able to provide healing to all of my heroes here. And then I have Emma as my damage dealer, Xandar as well as Botmark. Botmark is able to apply the defense down so that the enemy will receive more damage. So it's preferable to have single target damage hero for this boss. For this one, they recommend recruit heroes to summon your minions, and this one is AoE damage dealers. And for the commanders, right, get the one that is able to boost the particular hero here, like this one, if it's possible. So let's say if you're able to get a commander that can boost any of these heroes, that will be much more beneficial. Alright, we lock this one. And for this one, I get this commander, Gautier, that produces a proton shield to protect my assassin heroes like this Silverwolf and Bailey Hudson. And finally, for this team, I use Brynhild because it increases the damage output for my hunter heroes here. And this one has this guy Botmark. And for the relics, these are the relics I have chosen. This one is Bloodlust. When an allied energy hunter, assassin, or vanguard hero kills an enemy, the user's attack shall be increased by 16% for 10 seconds. So this one, it works, synergizes really well for this team because the boss will summon those minions, and when Soreta or Carmo or Rakana kills them, they will gain this additional 16% attack. And then I have Helios. Allied defender heroes shall gain additional 10% defense for each surrounding effect. So this one is great for tankers as well as for those assassin heroes like Rakana that goes behind the enemy line to attack the enemies. So, and finally, I have this relic known as Coronate. So basically, the healing effects of allied support heroes shall be increased by 70%. And if the HP of a healed unit is lower than 30%, the healing effect shall be increased by another 33%. So this one works really well for this ancient altar boss because he deals massive amount of damage using his OE fireballs. Alright, so moving on to the second team's relics. So for this team, I have chosen Red Thorn Rune. So when an allied energy or hunter hero inflicts damage 3 times in a row with their skill, they shall permanently gain an additional 1% attack for each instance the enemy receives. So this one is best synergizes with hunter heroes that is able to attack the same enemy multiple times. So there's only one hunter here that's able to benefit from this. So it would be better to like have another hunter here to maximize this damage output. Okay, and then the second relic will be Ultima Ring. When an allied defender hero receives damage, there will be a 20% chance that the attack of the attacker shall be reduced by 12% for 5 seconds. So this one is really nice to reduce the boss attack. So when the boss tries to attack this Silver Wolf minions, you'll reduce that attack as well. And then finally, we have the third relic, Luna Box. When an allied support hero misses an enemy when attempting to inflict a debuff, the user shall gain 20% accuracy. This effect stacks up to 3 times. So this one, I think is not so suitable because if you do not have any debuffers in your team, then this one will not benefit that much. So probably I'll change this one. to see which one I have better ones to use. Okay, this one. It's resistance. This one is mostly for arena, so there isn't much good relic here. So probably if you do not find yourself any good relics, right, the most best option would be to get the one that provides the most stats upgrade. So this is something new I learned right now while I'm making this video. And for the third team, these are the relics. So I use Ayumilove. The damage of the allied energy, hunter, assassin, and vanguard heroes normal attack shall be increased by 16%. And for the support or defensive relic, I have gold asterism. When the HP of the allied defender hero is lower than 50%, the user's defense shall be increased by 30%. And finally, for brilliance, when an allied support hero casts an energy, the user shall recover 10% of the HP. So this one is only applicable for support heroes only. Right, so that's basically it. We have covered the heroes, the commanders, as well as the relics for the attacker, supporter, and defender. So let's see them in action. So as you can see here, right, the heroes are attacking, and the elephant is tanking the most damage here. And just now you saw the fireballs that rain down upon my heroes. That is the one that is quite scary because it deals massive amount of damage. It's best to use a healer hero that does not need to cast like a specific area of healing, such as like Masrani. It's better to choose a hero that is able to heal them substantially and at any area they are located. And as you see here, I have Rakana to clear these mobs as well, along with this elephant. So each time Rakana kills these minions, right, he also gains surplus energy, which allows him to use his ultimate much more frequently. And then we have Soraita with his spheres going around him in a moment, like this one. Each time the enemy gets attacked by these spheres, they will have a chance to get stunned. And then we have Carmo, which will throw out this fireball that jumps like a chain lightning that deals massive amount of damage to all of these minions regardless of their position. So he's a much better AoE attacker compared to some of the AoE champions that only target a specific location, whereas for Carmo, he's able to deal massive amount of damage to all of these minions if they are scattered around. Alright, the boss has only like 30% health left and he's already down. So once you defeat this boss, right, this Infernal Blast will be set to level 0 and will not be passed to the last boss. And now we are on the second boss, which is known as the Shield Boss. So this Shield Boss, right, will target this wolf first. As you can see here, these are the mini wolf. The mini wolf is quite squishy, so it only takes like one hit from the boss to knock them down. And here I have the tiger behind the lines. He's dealing massive amount of damage, as you can see here. He deals like quite more damage because I gear him with better gears compared to Bailey Hudson here. Alright, and also Bailey Hudson will mostly target the... Yeah, wait, let me think first. Okay, so I have Oak here. So he's my main defender for this team to take down the damage. To prevent the boss from targeting my squishy heroes like Bailey Hudson and the Silver Wolf. Alright, so the shield boss is also down. So this shield ability will not be passed down to the last boss here. So this is the last boss. So as usual, I have a tanker hero because without a tanker hero, right, the boss will easily deal massive amount of damage to your squishy heroes like healers as well as those attacker heroes. That always is recommended to pair a tanker hero with a healer so that they're able to sustain in the battle longer. I'm equipping Liren with an abundant set that improves his healing capabilities by 30%, I think. So that is more healing for all of my heroes. Although Liren is the weakest healer here compared to the other healers in my team, I use him here because now the boss does not deal massive amount of damage with the AoE fireballs. So you can use a slightly weaker healer here to compensate the lack of heroes or lack of healers in this game. And then I have Emma here with her bow, as well as the bot mark Sarita, bot mark to deal massive amount of damage to this boss. As you can see here, this is the damage output. Emma is dealing like almost 6.5 million damage, while the rest like bot mark and Xander is dealing like same damage here, 1.9 million or 2 million now. Okay, and then the good thing about Hercules is he's able to apply a shield to the hero, so that those squishy hero will also be protected in case the boss tries to target them. This is the attack down that the boss applied to my heroes that reduces their damage output. And then I think somehow the boss will summon a beetle, but I do not see it here. I think it's already killed or not. Alright, so that's how I clear the boss stage. And if you're able to clear all of this boss, right, you gain the maximum amount of damage of 19.6 million there. And you get all the rewards here, which are the Mythic Metallize, Limited Recruitment Card, Epic Rune. This one is useful for improving your hero's special equipment there. Some Advanced Recruitment Card, Selectable Faction Recruitment Card, and so forth. All of this, if you're able to like reach to this level, right, you will not be using this yellow gears because they are too weak for this level. Most probably you'll be using either these red gears or the white gears. Alright. So let me show you the rewards. So in this, there's known as the milestone for this ancient altar. So we are now at normal, right? So we'll hit over to normal. So if you're able to deal maximum damage, which is 19.6, to defeat all of the bosses, you will receive all of these rewards, which is level 4 here. And once the ancient altar resets, then you get additional rewards based on your milestone that you have already completed. It's not necessary to deal 19.6 million damage. As long as you reach to the specific milestone, like 12 million here, you get this level 4 rewards. And for the heart, you need to take around about 33 million to get level 4 items here, which is the white gears. The white gears is the one that allows you to improve your damage output significantly. And helmet, I think it's still rainbow colors. Alright, so that's the end of my video showcasing the 3 teams for the ancient altar. I highly recommend you to have at least 15 heroes, and all of them are fully geared with some talents unlocked, and their equipment, their special equipments are unlocked as well, so that you'll be able to deal sufficient damage to the boss as well as to tank the damage. If you have any questions regarding on the ancient altar setup, you can leave a comment below this video, so I'll be able to respond to it. And if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up. And if you like to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video to this channel, you can hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. As well as if you like to support me, you can directly donate to my PayPal account or become a monthly subscriber at my site at patreon.com/Ayumilove. If you'd like to learn more about Eternal Evolution, I have a website at ayumilove.net where I post some guides down there, so you can learn more about it. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!